Welcome back to another edition of Liberty Lunch Break from Off the Wire. The topic du jour, I am your host, Noel Olin, aka the Cajun Libertarian. So, what is our topic du jour? The topic of the day: Democrats in full panic mode after McCarthy gives Tucker Carlson access to 41,000 hours of January 6th protest footage. Absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to get into this. Full disclosure here, I'm going to go through a very short breakdown of just a couple of paragraphs, and then I'm actually going to dive deep into this on Sunday night's show of Off the Wire, the very live and very special edition, very special podcast that is growing so popular. I am just stunned about that. So, with that being said, don't forget to like it, share the show with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel at the Cajun Libertarian, and don't forget about Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and basically everywhere that you get your podcasts. It is growing exponentially beyond any comparison that I just could have ever comprehended. It's quite amazing. And so do all of those things: like, share, subscribe. And remember, on Wednesdays and Sunday nights at 6 Central, I will be live with the very popular show Off the Wire. Now, let's get into it. We're going to, as always, these segments are only about 5 to 10 minutes long, max. And so I'm not going to dive deep off into this, but it is hilarious. It's hysterical to me. And so we're going to talk about it for a few minutes as we end the week with the Liberty Lunch Break from Off the Wire, the topic du jour. Democrat lawmakers are apologetic because House Speaker Kevin McCarthy provided over 41,000 hours of footage from the January 6th protests at the United States Capitol to Fox News host Tucker Carlson. Up until now, most of the footage made available to the American people by Congress was highly curated and framed by the January 6th House Select Committee, compromising 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans who fell out of favor with American voters. Fell out of favor? Man, they got dumped like a bad case of freaking diarrhea. That is an understatement. This is from the Blaze, by the way. They tend to soften things up a little bit. Incredible. Bad situation for the 2 Republicans, the quote unquote rhinos, definitely not conservatives, and definitely not libertarians under any circumstances whatsoever. All right, moving on. The Blaze previously reported that producers from Carlson show. Hold on, I'm back reading here a little bit at the same time that I'm reading to you, something that I've come to be quite fond of. So let me backtrack a little bit here. Now, perspectives that were possibly omitted or transmogrified by deceptive edits may come to light. The Blaze previously reported that producers from Carlson's show came to the Capitol last week to collect footage are expected to start airing on Fox News in the coming weeks. Look, I've never watched like literally a single episode from Tucker Carlson. I know he's a big deal. I get it. I've never watched it. I think I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, he's the biggest show on TV. As far as political shows. So never watched a single show of his. I've seen clips of him on the internet. Obviously, he goes viral all the time. So that being said, man, I'm here for it. And I don't care how much hate, if any, I get for it. Let this happen because the American people need to know. They've been lied to the entire time about what happened on 1/6. That is not hyperbole. Under no circumstances is that hyperbolic or exaggerative whatsoever. It's been obvious to anyone with 4 functioning brain cells that what they're telling you about January 6th is almost predominantly a lie. It's all propagandized. And if you care about the truth, then we need to find it out. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Tucker Carlson and his crew are going to present to you the unbelievably uh, non propagandized truth. I'm not sitting here telling you that. What I'm saying is that you've gotten one side of the argument. Now we get a whole nother different side of it. Now, I believe you and me as American people, especially those of us that are well read and study up on politics and all of the nature, right? You'll be able to extract, we'll call it the chicken bone theory. You'll be able to extrapolate from both sides what is at least some remnant of truth, right? So for those of you that have said January 6th is the worst thing ever and is trying to no, you're wrong. That's complete nonsense. You're buying into the garbage. For those of you that said on the right, January 6th was patriotic and what's happening. No, you're also wrong. I mean, there's two sides, there's three sides to every story. His side, her side, and the truth. And what we want is the truth. What I want is the truth. All right, we're running out of time quickly here, so let me finish up. And then remember that on Sunday night at 6 Central and Wednesday nights at 6 Central, Off the Wire on this YouTube channel at the Cajun Libertarian, I'm going to be going over this in depth on Sunday evening. A remarkable article. Can't wait to do it. All right, finishing up here. Let me see. Where were we? Clips from the collected footage are expected to start airing on Fox News in the coming weeks. Carlson, who has accused the January 6th committee of quote unquote lying, told Axios, quote, "There was never any legitimate reason for this footage to remain secret." Of course there wasn't. The only reason you hid the footage was because you don't want us to know what actually happened. There is no other plausible explanation for it whatsoever. None. In any sensible, with the basic of level of intelligence or IQ would know this and I'd recognize it. Put your freaking biases aside and let's find out the truth. Otherwise, you know what? I'm sick of it. January 6th crap has been nothing but lies, nothing but propaganda. I got people in my own camp that post pictures of only one side of the truth, which we know, or at least have strong evidence that it was absolutely corrupted and possibly, more probably, entrapment by feds. Stop. Don't be in a cult. He's right. Repeating, there was never any legitimate reason for this footage to remain secret. Adding, if there was ever a question that's in the public interest to know, it's what actually happened on January 6th. By definition, this video will reveal it, end quote. While Tucker Carlson and Republicans in Congress reckon transparency about a much discussed and politically weaponized event would be beneficial, Democrats aren't so sure. Yeah. They're not so sure because they know they're lying. And you know they're lying. Everyone knows they're lying. All right. I'm going to pick this article back up on Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central on this YouTube channel. Cannot wait to have you there. I want to end this with a very funny video. It's not something that we haven't seen before, but you know what? Let's watch it anyway because it is what it is, and we should all kind of just laugh at it. Here's Joe. Yes. So I hope that worked out. That's actually the first time I've ever screen shared anything. Look, I'm kind of tired of making fun of Joe Biden for this stuff, but you know, I'm also tired of a octogenarian running the greatest country in the world. So you know what? Stop voting for these people. That includes Trump. 55,000 years old. I ran a little long here. That's okay. I wanted to screen share that. Hope it worked out. Wanted to rant a little bit and hopefully draw you into Wednesday nights, Sunday nights, 6 Central, off the wire. YouTube at the Cajun Libertarian. Also follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. Basically anywhere you get your podcasts. Your subscriptions and reviews are highly, highly appreciated. With that being said, I hope you all have an absolutely excellent weekend, and we will pick up Liberty Lunch Break from Off the Wire. The topic du jour on Monday. It airs Monday through Friday at 12 Central on this channel. So I will see you all Monday on this particular segment, but most of you for the massively popular show Off the Wire. I will see you Sunday night at 6 Central. I love each and every one of you. Have a great weekend.